This is my Divine Principle book. Today we're going to talk about universal prime force, give and take action, and the four-position foundation. Section 2 of Chapter 1 of the Divine Principle. Universal prime force is the primary energy of God. Universal prime force is the reason why the masculine and feminine in God interact with one another in the first place. And when the masculine and feminine interact with God, all things are created. And all things are created either positive or negative. Such that later, universal prime force is the agency which gets those complementary entities to interact with one another. One might call universal prime force Cupid, God's version of Cupid. So universal prime force sees to it that protons and electrons interact with one another, that a lion and a lioness, that a rooster and a hen will interact with one another. Now when subject and object interact with each other, they generate a new set of forces called the forces of give and take action. Universal prime force and the forces of give and take action are in a relationship as well. They're in a subject and object relationship. The forces of give and take are the result of the agency of universal prime force getting the subject and object to come together. Okay, so universal prime force goes in, subject and object comes together, forces of give and take action come out or emanate from the marriage of the subject and object. Now the forces of give and take action are all the forces in the universe for existence, multiplication, and action. Now, before I go further in section 2, let me just tell you what I get from that. There is no existence unless a subject and object come together. Nothing exists on its own. Everything exists because of a relationship. There is nothing that exists apart from some sort of counterpart. Okay, so the reason why men are said to be men is because of the existence of women. The reason why up is because of down. The reason why left is given a name is because of right. There is no existence without duality. There is no existence unless two come together to make something exist. And that is the principle and way of God. Why? Because everything in the universe exists like that. And another thing I like to think about, you know, they say it takes interacting with humans to be human. You know, it takes wrestling with an angel to find out that you're God's son. You know, nothing happens without an interaction. You just can't just be here and grow up to become the son of God. The whole reason why somebody is the son in the first place is because of parents, right? So even God is only a parent because of the existence of children. If we are not his children, or if God has no children, then all he has is the hope of being a parent. Just something to think about. We'll talk more about give and take action and the four-position foundation next time. Talk to you later.